Hey, I hope you're doing well wherever you're watching this. This is my second field experience reflection that I'm making. Still in video format, feels great. Um, Excuse me. Today I was observing Miss Ratsky again and her grade 4 class. Once more, excuse me. We were doing English to start off. But whatever the case, the thing I was focusing on this time around was the classroom routine. So I was paying attention to, all the different things about pretty cut and dry. The classroom routine. When students were leaving, when they were coming in, when was the teacher acting, how did that go along, all that kind of stuff. And I did see a few interesting things that I did really enjoy. So, first of all, uh, I got there about 45 minutes early, like last time, and Miss Ratsky, my mentor teacher, was there. So we had a nice chat. We talked about how she was preparing the lesson and all the things that she was doing to get that ready. She was getting her slides ready. She had just gotten back from getting all of her, assignments printed. So she had done that the very morning of. She did say that generally she does that the day before instead of the morning of, but that she was short on time. Other than that, she had laid out some pieces of paper on the students' desks in order to make sure they were ready when they got in. And other than that, it was just kind of centering herself to be ready to be the professional, the teacher, all those kind of things. So the students start coming in around 8:30ish, and before that they had been outside just enjoying the snow. And they all start trickling in, and Miss Ratsky informs me that she likes to start with a slow start. So pretty much what that means is that the kids are all coming in, and pretty much for the first 15-20 minutes, they can kind of do what they want as long as it's calm. She's not immediately cracking down on them to get ready, do this, do that. She wants to let them kind of acclimate to the classroom, get into their zone, and then get to work. So then we have that 15 to 20 minute sort of flow starts. That takes us to about 8:50ish, 8:45ish. At this point, she takes attendance because the office expects it by 9. And she mentioned it to me several times that she has forgotten, and they have vehemently reminded her. So then she'll take their attendance, all those kind of things. Then oftentimes, this time around, she got up and she went to the classroom. She had all the kids gathered around on the carpet. And then 9 o'clock, we had the start of our first lesson. So she pulled up a bunch of slides, brought up her clicker, and did a whole slide lecture for about 30 minutes-ish. This time it was on similes. Who doesn't love them? So that was kind of what we started off with. And then once that ended and kind of trickled off, she got them straight onto their assignment for the moment, for the rest of English, which was, they had to write different similes based off of a descriptor that they were being given. So we went through another 30 minutes doing this. Now we're 10 o'clock-ish, maybe a little after, and now she has started to collect them all back. So pretty much the kids come up and they hand them to her, and then she tallies them all up, and then if one is missing, she'll be like, where's Parker's? Where's Abigail's? Stuff like that. So pretty much it's the kids' responsibility to have all their ducks in a row when it comes to having their assignments and giving them to her. But she's very lenient if they don't. Then we have a snack break. So the kids all go out into the hallway, and they pick out their lunch kits, and they come in, and they all enjoy a little itsy bitsy before they have to, get back into work. And then it's straight back into science. One of the things I did notice is that when it comes to referring to the kids. Excuse me. She likes to refer to them as boys and girls. And she says it because she likes to use it because she says it's very versatile, because like you can be pretty stern with that, boys and girls, or you can be pretty soft and like boys and girls, this, that. So that's what she likes to do, and that's how she referred to the kids as the time went on. That was kind of the only signal she had to get their attention. There wasn't really anything else. No clapping, no lights turning on and off, no snapping, nothing really like that. It was pretty much, if it was boys and girls, or it was nothing. But it seemed to work pretty well. The kids have gotten pretty used to it, and they got straight to it. Then we had a bit of silent reading time after science class. Then they went out for lunch. At which point we had a brief discussion about, why this routine, why this, why that, among other things. But we discussed, she was like, I like having the break for snack time because it makes sure that they're always having a fresh mind. They're not constantly just doing and doing and doing. And then the slow start at the beginning, she claims, is the absolute most necessary part of her entire routine. According to her, the whole thing would fall apart if it wasn't for it. So those are the two main points that she really emphasized. Most of the other things are flexible, they can change pretty easily, but that she was very specific on has to stay because it keeps the kids fresh, entertained, paying attention, and it's not too overwhelming for them. And that was a really good conversation to have with her. Then they all came in for lunch, and that was my cue to make my exit. This has been my second field observation reflection. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you when I see you.